Caesar! 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 Caesar!
Who calls?
Bid every noise be still. Peace yet again.
Who is it in the press that calls on me? I hear a tongue. Shall in all the music cry Caesar? Speak! Caesar has turned to hear.
Beware the Ides of March.
What man is that?
A soothsayer bids you beware the Ides of March.
Set him before me. Let me see his face.
Fellow, come from the throng. Look upon Caesar.
What sayst thou to me now? Speak once again.
Beware the Ides of March.
He's a dreamer. Let us leave him. Pass. Caesar! 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 Caesar!
What means this shouting? I do fear the people choose Caesar for their king.
Aye, do you fear it? Unless I think you would not have it so.
I would not, Cassius, yet I love him well. But wherefore do you hold me here so long? What is it that you would impart to me?
I cannot tell what you and other men think of this life. But for my single self, I was born as free as Caesar. So were you. And this man is now become a god. And Cassius is a wretched creature and must bend his body if Caesar carelessly, but not on him. He had a fever when he was in Spain. And when the fit was on him, I did mark how he did shake. 'Tis true, this god did shake. Ye gods, it doth amaze me, a man of such a feeble temper should so get the start of this majestic world, and bear the palm alone.
Another general shout. I do believe that these applauses are for some new honors that are heaped on Caesar.
Why, man, he doth bestride the narrow world like a colossus, and we petty men walk under his huge legs and peep about to find ourselves dishonorable graves. Men at some time are masters of their fates. The fault, dear Brutus, is not in our stars but in ourselves, that we are underlings.
What you would work me to, I have some aim.
I'm glad that my weak words have struck but thus much show of fire from Brutus.
The games are done and Caesar is returning.
As they pass by, pluck Casca by the sleeve, and he will, after his sour fashion, tell you what hath preceded worthy note today.
I will do so.
Antonius!
Caesar.
Let me have men about me that are fat, sleek-headed men, and such as sleep o' nights. Yon Cassius has a lean and hungry look. He thinks too much. Such men are dangerous.
Fear him not, Caesar. He's not dangerous. He is a noble Roman, and well given.
Would he were fatter, but I fear him not. Yet, if my name were liable to fear, I do not know the man I should avoid so soon as that fair Cassius. He reads much. He is a great observer. He loves no plays as thou dost, Antony. He hears no music. Seldom he smiles in such a sort as if he mocked himself. I rather tell thee what is to be feared than what I fear, for always I am Caesar. Come on my right hand, for this ear is deaf, and tell me truly what thou thinkst of him.
You pulled me by the cloak. Would you speak with me?
Aye, Casca, tell us what hath chanced today.
Why, there was a crown offered him, and being offered him, he put it by with the back of his hand thus, and the people fell a-shouting.
Who offered him the crown?
Why, Antony.
Tell us the manner of it, gentle Casca.
It was mere foolery. I did not mark it. I saw Mark Antony offer him a crown, yet 'twas not a crown neither, 'tis one of these coronets, and, as I told you, he put it by once, but for all that, to my thinking, he would fain have had it. Then he offered it to him again, then he put it by again, but still, for all that, he was very loath to lay his fingers off of it. Then he offered it the third time, and still he put it the third time by. And the rabblemen hooted and clapped their chapped hands and threw up their sweaty nightcaps and uttered such a fit of stinking breath, because Caesar had refused the crown, that it choked Caesar, for he swooned. And for mine own being, I durst not laugh, for fear I open my lips and receive the bad air.
Will you sup with me tonight, Casca?
Aye, if I be alive and your mind holds, and your dinner worth the eating.
Good, I will expect you.
Do so. Farewell, both.
What a blunt fellow is this grown to be. He was quick mettle when he went to school.
So is he now in execution of any bold or noble enterprise.
For this time I will leave you. Tomorrow, come home to me and I will wait for you.
I will do so. Till then, think on the world. Well, Brutus, thou art noble. Yet I see thy honorable metal may be wrought from that it is disposed. I will this night in several hands, and at his windows throw, as if they came from several citizens' writings, all attending to the great opinion Rome holds of his name, wherein, obscurely, Caesar's ambition shall be glanced at. And after this, let Caesar seat him sure, for we will shake him, or worse days endure.
It must be by his death. And for my part, I know no personal cause to spurn at him, but for the general, he would be crowned. How that might change his nature, there's the question. And therefore think him as a serpent's egg, which hatched would as his kind grow mischievous, and kill him in the shell.
The taper burneth in your closet, sir, and searching the window for a flint, I found this piece of paper thus sealed up, and I am sure it did not lie there when I went to bed.
Get you to bed again, it is not day. Is not tomorrow, boy, the Ides of March?
I know not, sir.
Look in the calendar and bring me word.
I will, sir.
Brutus, thou sleepst. Awake and see thyself. Speak, strike, redress. O Rome, I make thee promise. If the redress will follow, thou receives thy full petition at the hand of Brutus.
Sir, March is wasted 14 days.
'Tis good. Go to the gate, somebody knocks. Since Cassius first did wet me against Caesar, I have not slept.
Sir, 'tis your brother-in-law Cassius at the door who doth desire to see you.
Is he alone?
No, sir, there are more with him.
Let them enter. They are the faction.
Good morrow, Brutus. Do we trouble you?
I have been up this hour awake all night. Know I these men that come with you?
Yes, every man of them, and no man here but honors you. This is Trebonius.
He is welcome hither.
This Decius.
He is welcome too.
This Casca. This Cinna. And this Metellus Cimber.
They are all welcome.
Shall I entreat a word?
Here, as I point my sword, the high east rises and the sun stands as the capital. Directly here.
Give me your hands all over, one by one.
And let us swear our resolution.
No, not an oath. What need we any spur but our own cause to prick us to redress?
Shall no man else be touched but only Caesar?
Decius, well urged. I think it is not meet that Mark Antony, so well beloved of Caesar, should outlive Caesar. We shall find of him a shrewd contriver, which, to prevent, let Antony and Caesar fall together.
Our course will seem too bloody, Caius Cassius, to cut the head off and then hack the limbs. Let us be sacrificers, but not butchers, Caius. Caesar must bleed for it. And for Mark Antony, think not of him, for he can do no more than Caesar's arm, when Caesar's head is off.
Yet I fear him in the engrafted love he bears
Alas,
to Caesar.
good Cassius, do not think of him.
There is no fear in him. Let him not die, for he will live and laugh at this hereafter.
The morning comes upon us. We'll leave you, Brutus. And friends, disperse yourselves. But all remember what you have said tonight, and show yourselves true Romans.
And so good morrow to you, everyone. Boy, Lucius. Fast asleep. It is no matter.
Brutus, my lord.
Portia, what mean you? Wherefore rise you now?
You've ungently, Brutus, stole from my bed, and yesternight at supper you suddenly arose and walked about musing and sighing, And when I asked you what the matter was, you stared upon me with ungentle looks. It will not let you eat, nor talk, nor sleep. And could it work so much upon your shape as this had much prevailed on your condition, I should not know you, Brutus. Dear my lord, make me acquainted with your cause of grief.
I am not well in health, and that is all. Good Portia, go to bed.
Is Brutus sick? No, my Brutus. You have some sick offense within your mind, which by the right and virtue of my place I ought to know of. And upon my knees I charm you by my once commended beauty, by all your vows of love, and that great vow which did incorporate and make us one, that you unfold to me, yourself, your half, why you are heavy, and what men tonight have had resort to you. For here have been some 6 or 7 who did hide their faces even from darkness. Tell me, my lord.
You'll not, gentle Portia.
I should not need if you were gentle, Brutus. Within the bonds of marriage, tell me, Brutus, is it accepted I should know no secrets that appertain to you?
You are my true and honorable wife, as dear to me as are the ruddy drops that visit my sad heart.
If this were true, then should I know this secret. Tell me your counsels. I will not disclose them.
Good Portia, go in a while, and by and by thy bosom shall partake the secrets of my heart. Leave me with haste. Lucius, who's that knocks?
He is a sick man that would speak with you.
Caius Ligarius, how?
Vouchsafe good morrow from a feeble tongue.
Or what a time you have chose out, brave Caius, to wear a kerchief. Would you were not sick.
By all the gods the Romans bow before, I here discard my sickness. Now bid me run, and I will strive for things impossible. Yea, get the better of them. What's to do?
A piece of work that will make sick men whole.
But are not some whole that we must make sick?
That must we also. What it is, my Caius, I shall unfold to thee as we are going to whom it must be done.
What mean you, Caesar? Think you shall walk forth? You shall not stir out of your house today.
Caesar shall forth. The things that threaten me never look but on my back, for when they see the face of Caesar, they are vanished.
Caesar, I never stood on ceremonies, yet now they fright me. A lioness hath welped in the streets. Graves have yawned and yielded up their dead. Fierce, fiery warriors fought from the clouds in ranks and squadron and right form of war, with drizzled blood upon the Capitol, and ghosts did shriek and squeal about the streets. Oh, Caesar, these things are beyond all use, and I do fear them.
Yet Caesar shall go forth, for these predictions are to the world in general as to Caesar.
When beggars die, there are no comets seen. The heavens themselves blaze forth the death of princes.
Cowards die many times before their death. The valiant never taste of death but once. Of all the wonders I yet have heard, it seems to me most strange that men should fear, seeing that death, a necessary end, will come when it will come.
Alas, my lord, your wisdom is consumed in confidence. Do not go forth today. Call it my fear that keeps you in the house and not your own. We shall send Mark Antony to the Senate house, and he shall say you are unwell. Let me, upon my knee, prevail in this.
Mark Antony shall say I'm not well, and for thy humor, I will stay at home.
Caesar, all hail. Good morrow, worthy Caesar. I come to fetch you to the Senate house.
And come in a very happy time to bear my greetings to the senators and tell them that I will not come today. Cannot is false, and that I dare not falser. I will not come today. Tell them so, Decius.
Say he is sick.
Shall Caesar send a lie? Have I, in conquest, stretched mine arm so far as to be afraid to tell graybeards the truth? Decius, tell them Caesar will not come.
Most mighty Caesar, let me know some cause, lest I be laughed at when I tell them so.
The cause is in my will. I will not come. That is enough to satisfy the Senate. But for your private satisfaction, because I love you, I will let you know. Calpurnia here, my wife, has saved me at home today. She dreamt tonight she saw my statue, which, like a fountain with 100 spouts, did run pure blood, and many lusty Romans came smiling and did bathe their hands in it.
This dream is all misinterpreted. It was a vision fair and fortunate. Your statue, spouting blood in many pipes, in which so many smiling Romans bathed, signifies that from you, great Rome shall suck reviving blood. By this, Calpurnia's dream is signified.
And this way you have well expounded it.
I have when you've heard what I can say, and know it now. The Senate have concluded to give this day a crown to mighty Caesar. If Caesar shall not come, their minds may change. Besides, a remark apt to be rendered for someone to say, break up the Senate until another time when Caesar's wife shall meet with better dreams. If Caesar hide himself, shall they not whisper, lo, Caesar is great.
How foolish do your fears seem now, Calpurnia. I am ashamed that I did yield to them. And look what Brutus has come to fetch me.
Good morrow, Caesar.
What stirred you so early, Brutus? Good morrow, Casca, Caius Ligarius. I thank you for your pains and courtesies. Antony that revel's longer nights is up. Good morrow, Antony.
So too, most noble Caesar.
Now Cinna, now Metellus. What Trebonius! I have an hour's talk in store for you today. Remember that you call on me. Be near me that I may remember you.
Caesar, I will, and so near will I be, that your best friend shall wish I had been further.
Good friends, go in and taste some wine with me, and we, like friends, will straightway go together.
Caesar! 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 Caesar!
The Ides of March are come.
Aye, Caesar, but not gone.
I wish your enterprise today may thrive.
What enterprise, Papilius?
Very well.
What said Papilius Lena?
He wished today our enterprise may thrive. I fear our purpose is discovered.
Look how he makes to Caesar. Mark him.
Casca, be sudden, for we fear prevention.
Cassius, be constant. Papilius Lena speaks not of our purposes. For look, he smiles, and Caesar doth not change.
Trebonius knows his time. For look you, Brutus, he draws Mark Antony out the way.
Casca, you are the first that rears your head.
Are we all ready? What is now amiss that Caesar and his Senate must redress?
Most high, most mighty, and most puissant Caesar, Metellus Cimber throws before thy seat and humble heart.
I must prevent thee, Cimber. Thy brother, by decree, was banished. If thou dost bend and pray and fawn for him, I spurn thee like a cur out of my way.
Is there no voice more worthy than my own to sound more sweetly in great Caesar's ear for the repealing of my banished brother?
I kiss thy hand, but not in flattery, Caesar, desiring thee that Publius Cimber may have an immediate freedom of repeal.
What,
Brutus?
Caesar?
Caesar, pardon. As low as thy foot doth Cassius fall to beg
Enfranchisement for Publius Cimber.
I could be well moved, if I were as you. But I am constant as the northern star. For I was constant, Cimber should be banished, and constant you remain to keep him so.
Oh, Caesar!
Hence, wilt thou lift up Olympus?
Great Caesar!
Speak, hands for me!
A two, Brute? Then fall, Caesar.
Liberty! Freedom! Tyranny is dead! Run hence, proclaim, cry it about the streets!
Stoop, Romans, stoop, and let us bathe our hands in Caesar's blood up to the elbows, and besmear our swords. Then walk we forth even to the marketplace, and waving our red weapons over our heads, let's all cry peace, freedom, and liberty.
Stoop then and wash. How many ages hence shall this our lofty scene be acted out in states unborn and accents yet unknown? Where is Antony?
He approaches.
I know that we shall have him well to friend.
Which we may, but yet have I a mind that fears him much.
Welcome, Mark Antony.
Oh, mighty Caesar! Dost thou lie so low? Or all thy conquests, glories, triumphs, spoils, shrunk to this little measure? Fare thee well. I know not, gentlemen, what you intend. Who else must be let blood? Who else is rank? If I myself, there is no hour so fit as Caesar's death hour, nor no instruments of half that worth as those or swords, made rich with the most noble blood of all this world. Live 1,000 years, I shall not find myself so apt to die. No place will please me so. No mean of death as here by Caesar and by you cut off. The choice and master spirits of this age.
O Antony, beg not your death of us, though now we must appear bloody and cruel, as by our hands in this our present act you see we do. Yet see you but our hands, and this the bleeding business they have done. Our hearts you see not, they are pitiful, and pity to the general wrong of Rome hath done this deed on Caesar.
Your voice shall be as strong as any man's in the disposing of new dignities.
Let each man render me his bloody hand. First, Marcus Brutus, will I shake with you. Next, Caius Cassius, do I take your hand. Next yours, Decius Brutus. Yours, Metellus Cimber. Yours, Cinna. Yours, Ligarius. And my valiant Casca, yours. And lastly, but not last in love, Trebonius. Gentlemen, all, alas, what shall I say? That I did love thee, Caesar. Oh, 'tis true. If then thy spirits look upon us now, shall it not grieve thee, dearer than thy death, to see thy Antony making his peace, shaking the bloody fingers of thy foes, most noble, in the presence of thy corpse?
I blame you not for praising Caesar so. But what compact mean you to have with us? Will you be pricked in number with our friends, or shall we on, and not depend on you?
Therefore I took your hands, but was indeed swayed from the point by looking down on Caesar. Friends am I with you all, and love you all, upon this hope that you give me reasons as to why and wherein Caesar was dangerous.
Or else were this a savage spectacle. Our reasons are so full of good regard that were you, Antony, the son of Caesar, you should be satisfied.
That's all I seek, and am, moreover, suitor, that I may produce his body to the marketplace. And in the pulpit, as becomes a friend, speak in the order of his funeral.
You shall, Mark Antony.
Brutus, a word with you. You know not what you do. Do not consent that Antony speak in his funeral. Know you how much the people may be moved by that which you will utter?
By your pardon, I will myself into the pulpit first and show the reason of our Caesar's death. What Antony shall speak, I will protest he speaks by leave and by permission. It shall advantage more than do us wrong.
I know not what may fall, I like it not.
Here, Mark Antony, take you Caesar's body. You shall not in your funeral speech blame us, but speak all good you can devise of Caesar, and say you do it by our permission.
Be it so. I do desire no more.
Prepare the body then, and follow us.
Oh, pardon me, thou bleeding piece of earth, that I am meek and gentle with these butchers. Thou art the ruins of the noblest man that have ever lived in the tide of times. Over thy wounds now do I prophesy. A curse shall light upon the limbs of man. Domestic fury and fierce civil strife shall cover all the parts of Italy. Blood and destruction shall be so in use that mothers shall but smile when they behold their infants courted with the hands of war. All pity choked with custom of fell deeds. And Caesar's spirits, ranging for revenge, shall in these confines cry havoc and let slip the dogs of war. You serve Octavius Caesar, do you not?
I do, Mark Antony.
Caesar did right for him to come to Rome.
He did receive his letters and is coming, and bid me to say to you by word of mouth, Oh, Caesar!
Thy heart is big. Get thee apart and weep. Is thy master coming?
He lies tonight within 7 leagues of Rome.
Host back with speed, and tell him what hath chanced. Here is a mourning Rome, a dangerous Rome. No Rome of safety for Octavius. Yet, lend me your hand.
Romans, countrymen, and lovers, if there be any in this assembly, any dear friend of Caesar, to him I say that Brutus's love to Caesar was no less than his. If then that friend demands why Brutus rose against Caesar, this is my answer. Not that I loved Caesar less, but that I loved Rome more. Had you rather Caesar were living and die all slaves, than that Caesar were dead, to live all free men? As Caesar loved me, I weep for him. As he was fortunate, I rejoice at it. As he was valiant, I honor him. But as he was ambitious, I slew him. There are tears for his love, joy for his fortune, honor for his valor, and death for his ambition. Who is here so base that would be a bondman? If any speak, for him have I offended. Who is here so rude that would not be a Roman? If any speak, for him have I offended. Who is here so vile that will not love his country? If any speak, for him have I offended. I pause for a reply.
None!
None have I offended. Here comes his body, mourned by Mark Antony, who, though he had no hand in his death, shall receive the benefit of his dying. With this I depart. That as I slew my best lover for the good of Rome, I have the same dagger for myself when it shall please my country to need my death.
Live! Bring him unto his house!
A statue with his ancestors.
Let him be Caesar! Brutus! Brutus! Brutus!
My country.
Peace, silence. Brutus speaks.
Good countrymen, let me depart alone, and for my sake stay here with Antony. I do entreat you, not a man depart, save I alone, till Antony have spoke.
Stay and let us hear Mark Antony.
Go hear him! Noble Antony, go up!
The Senate.
For Brutus' sake, I am beholden to you. What does he say of Brutus?
He says for Brutus' sake, he's beholding to us all.
'Twere best he speak no harm of Brutus here.
Caesar was a tyrant!
Nay, that be certain. We are blessed that Rome is rid of him.
Peace. Let us hear what Antony has to say.
You gentle Romans.
Peace, silence.
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. The evil that men do lives after them. The good is oft interred with their bones. So let it be with Caesar. The noble Brutus hath told you that Caesar was ambitious. If it were so, it was a grievous fault, and grievously hath Caesar answered it. Here, under leave of Brutus and the rest, for Brutus is an honorable man. So are they all honorable men. Come I to speak in Caesar's funeral. He was my friend, faithful and just to me. But Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man. He hath brought many captives home to Rome, whose ransoms the general coffers fill. Did this in Caesar seem ambitious? When that the poor have cried, Caesar hath wept. Ambition should be made of sterner stuff. Yet, Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man. You all did love him once, not without cause. What cause withholds you then to mourn for him? O judgment, thou art fled to brutish beast, and men have lost their reason. Bear with me, my heart is in the coffin there with Caesar, and I must pause till it come back to me.
Methinks there is much reason in his saying.
If thou consider rightly of the matter, Caesar has had great wrong.
I fear there will a worse come in his place.
Mark ye his words, he would not take the crown. Therefore 'tis certain he was not ambitious.
If it be found so, some will dear abide him.
Poor soul, his eyes are red as fire with weeping.
There's not a nobler man in Rome than Antony.
Now mark him, he begins again to speak.
O masters, if I were disposed to stir your hearts and minds to mutiny and rage, I should do Brutus wrong, and Cassius wrong, who you all know are all honorable men. I will not do them wrong. I'd rather choose to wrong the dead, to wrong myself and you, than I'd wrong such honorable men. But here is a parchment with the seal of Caesar. I found it in his closet. 'Tis his will. Let but the commons hear this testament which, pardon me, I do not mean to read. And they will go and kiss dead Caesar's wounds and dip their napkins in his sacred blood.
We'll hear it, read the will.
Have patience, gentle friends. I must not read it. It is not meet. You know how Caesar loved you. 'Tis good. You know not that you are his heirs.
His heir.
Or if you should, oh, what would come of it?
Read the will, Mark.
Will you stay a while? I have overshot myself to tell you of it. I fear I wrong the honorable men whose daggers have stabbed Caesar. I do fear it.
They were traitors, honorable men.
You compel them to read will. Then make a ring about the corpse of Caesar. And let me show you him that made the will.
Descend.
Shall I descend? If you have tears, prepare to shed them now. You all do know this mantle. I remember the first time Caesar ever put it on. It was on a summer's evening in his tent. Look! Where Cassius' dagger ran through. See what a rent the envious Casca made. And through this, the well-beloved Brutus stabbed. This was the most unkindest cut of all.
Oh, piteous spectacle!
Noble Caesar.
Oh, woeful day.
Oh, traitors, villains!
Bloody sight!
Will revenge!
Stand, countrymen! You hear me speak!
Peace there, hear the noble answer.
We'll hear him. We'll follow him. We'll die with him.
Good friends, sweet friends, let me not stir you up to such a sudden flood of mutiny.
Mutiny!
The men that have done this deed are honorable. What private griefs they have, alas, I know not that made them do it. They are wise and honorable, and will, no doubt, with reasons answer you. Stand, countrymen! Peace! My friends, you go to do you know not what. Wherein has Caesar thus deserved your loves? You have forgot the will I told you. Here is the will, and under Caesar's seal. For every Roman citizen he gives, for every several man, 75 drachmas! Hear me with patience. Moreover, he hath left you all his walks, his private arbors, and new planted orchards on this side Tiber. He hath left you and your heirs forever common pleasures, to walk abroad and to recreate yourselves. Here was a Caesar, when comes such another.
Never! Come away! We'll burn his body in the holy place, and with the branch created, take fire to the traitor! Take up the body! Burn! Fugitive!
Now let it work. Mischief, thou art afoot. Take what course thou wilt.
Sir, Octavius has already come to Rome.
Where is he?
He and General Lepidus are at Caesar's house.
And thither will I straight to visit him. He comes upon a wish. Fortune is merry, and in this mood will give us anything.
I did hear him say, Brutus and Cassius are rid like madmen through the gates of Rome.
Belike they had some notice of the people, how I had moved them. Bring me to Octavius.
I dreamt tonight that I did feast with Caesar, and things unlucky charge my fantasies. I have no will to wander forth of doors, yet something leads me forth.
What is your name?
Whither are you going?
Are you a married man or a bachelor?
Answer every man directly.
I and briefly.
I and wisely.
I and truly. Your best.
What is my name? Whither am I going? Where do I dwell? Am I a married man or a bachelor? Then, to answer every man directly and briefly, wisely and truly, wisely I say, I am a bachelor.
That's as much as to say they are fools that marry. You'll bear me a bang for that, I fear. Proceed directly.
Directly, I'm going to Caesar's funeral.
As a friend or an enemy?
As a friend.
That matters answered directly.
Where you're dwelling, briefly.
Briefly, I dwell by the capital.
Your name, sir? Truly.
Truly, my name is Cinna.
Tear him to pieces. He's a conspirator.
I'm Cinna the poet. I'm Cinna the poet.
Versus Terror versus bad
I'm
versus.
not Cinna the conspirator.
It is no matter. His name is Cinna. Pluck by his name on his sword and turn him
These many then shall die. Their names are pricked.
Your brother, too, must die. Consent you, Lepidus?
I do consent.
Prick him down, Antony.
Upon condition, Publius shall not live, who is your sister's son, Mark Antony.
He shall not live. Look, with a spot, I damn him. But, Lepidus, go you to Caesar's house, fetch the will hither, and we shall decide to cut off some charge and legacies. Let us presently go sit in council.
Let us do so, for we are at the stake and bait about with many enemies. And some that smile have in their hearts, I fear, millions of mischief.
Most noble brother, you have done me wrong.
And let me tell you, Cassius, you yourself are much condemned to have an itching palm.
I, an itching palm. You know that you are Brutus that speaks this, or by the gods, this speech were else your last.
Remember, March, the Ides of March, remember? Did not great Julius bleed for justice' sake? And shall we now contaminate our fingers with base bribes?
Brutus, bay not me. I am a soldier. I, older in practice than thyself, abler to make conditions.
Go to, you are not, Cassius.
I am.
I say you are not.
Urge me no more, I shall forget myself.
Away, slight man.
It's impossible.
Shall I be frightened when a madman stares?
Ye gods, must I endure all this?
All this, I more. From this day forth, I'll use you for my mirth, yea, for my laughter, when you are waspish.
Come to this?
You say you are the better soldier. Let it appear so. I shall be glad to learn of noble men.
You wrong me every way. You wrong me, Brutus. I said I was an elder soldier, not a better. Did I say better?
If you did, I care not.
Do not presume too much upon my love. I may do. That I shall be sorry for.
You have done that you should be sorry for. I did send you for gold to pay my legions, which you denied me. Was that done like Cassius?
I denied you not.
You did.
I did not. He was but a fool that brought my answer back. Brutus hath rived my heart. A friend should bear his friend's infirmities, but Brutus makes mine greater than they are.
I do not, till you practice them on me.
You love me not.
I do not like your faults.
A friendly eye could never see such faults.
A flatterers would not, though they do appear as huge as high Olympus.
Come, Antony, and young Octavius, come. Revenge yourselves alone on Cassius. Where is my dagger? Strike, as thou didst at Caesar. For I know, when thou didst hate him worse, thou loved him better than thou ever loved Cassius.
Sheath your dagger.
Hath Cassius lived to be but mirth and laughter to his Brutus? When grief and blood ill-tempered vexeth him.
When I spoke that, I was ill-tempered too.
Do you confess so much? Give me your hand.
And my heart too. Lucius, a bowl of wine.
I did not think you could have been so angry.
Oh, Cassius, I am sick of many griefs.
Your philosophy you make no use if you give place to accidental evils.
No man bears sorrow better. Portia is dead.
Portia.
She is dead.
How scaped I killing when I crossed you so? Oh, insupportable and touching loss. Upon what sickness?
Impatient of my absence, and grief that young Octavius with Mark Antony have made themselves so strong, for with her death that tidings came. With this, she fell distract, and her attendants absent, swallowed fire.
Oh, ye immortal gods!
Speak no more of her. Give me a bowl of wine. In this, I bury all unkindness, Cassius.
My heart is thirsting for that noble pledge. I cannot drink too much of Brutus's love.
Come in, Metellus and Trebonius.
Portia, art thou gone?
No more, I pray you. Trebonius, I have here received letters that young Octavius with Mark Antony come down upon us with a mighty power, bending their expedition towards Philippi.
Myself have letters of the self-same tenor.
With what addition?
That by proscription and bills of outlaw, Octavius, Antony, and Lepidus have put to death 100 senators.
Well, to our work, alive. What think you of marching to Philippi presently?
I do not think it good.
Your reason?
This is it. 'Tis better that the enemy seek us. So shall he waste his means, weary his soldiers, doing himself offense, whilst we, lying still, are full of rest, defense, and nimbleness.
Good reasons must of force give place to better. We have tried the utmost of our friends, our legions are brimful, our cause is ripe. The enemy increaseth every day. There is a tide in the affairs of men, which taken at the flood leads on to fortune. Omitted, all the voyage of their life is bound in shallows and in miseries. On such a full sea are we now afloat, and we must take the current when it serves, or lose our ventures.
Then, with your will, go on. We'll along ourselves and meet them at Philippi. Early tomorrow we will rise and hence.
Lucius, my gown. Farewell, Trebonius. Good night, Metellus. Noble, noble Cassius. Good night and good repose.
Good night, Lord Brutus.
O most noble brother, it was an ill beginning of the night. Never comes such division between our souls. Is it not, Brutus?
All's well.
Good night, good my lord.
Good night, good brother. call Casca and some other of my men. I'll have them sleep on cushions in my tent.
Casca and Cinna. Calls my lord?
I pray you, sirs, lie in my tent and sleep. Look, Lucius, here's the book I sought for so. I put it in the pocket of my gown.
I was sure your lordship did not give it me.
Bear with me, good boy, I am much forgetful. If I do live, I will be good to thee. How ill this taper burneth.
Ha! Who comes there? Art thou some god, some angel, or some devil? Speak to me what thou art.
Thy evil spirit, Brutus.
Why comest thou?
To tell thee, thou shalt see me at Philippi.
Then I shall see thee again.
I, at Philippi.
Now I've taken heart, thou vanishest! Casca, Cinna! Boy, Lucius, sirs, awake!
My lord?
Didst thou dream, Lucius, that thou so criedst out?
My lord, I do not know that I did cry.
Aye, that thou didst! Did you see anything?
Nothing, my lord.
Casca, Cinna, awake!
My lord, my lord.
Why did you so cry out, sirs, in your sleep?
Did we, my lord?
I saw you anything!
No, my lord, I saw nothing.
Nor I, my lord.
Go and commend me to my brother Cassius, and bid him set on his powers betimes before, and we will follow.
Shall be done, my lord.
Prepare you, generals! The enemy comes on in gallant shows. Their bloody signs of battle is hung out, and something to be done immediately.
Octavius, lead your battle softly on, upon the left hand of the even field.
Upon the right hand, I. Keep thou the left.
Why do you cross me in this exigence?
I do not cross you, but I will do so. Now, most noble Brutus, if we do lose this battle, then is this the very last time we shall speak together.
But this same day must end the work the Ides of March begun. And whether we shall meet again, I know not. Therefore our everlasting farewell take. Forever and forever farewell, Cassius. If we do meet again, why we shall smile. If not, why then this parting was well made. Come, away!
O Julius Caesar, thou art mighty yet! The last of all the Romans. Fare thee well. Friends, I owe more tears to this dead man than you shall see me pay. I shall find time, Cassius. I shall find time.
We are defeated! Fly, my lord, fly!
Hence I will follow. I prithee, Cinna, stay thou by thy lord. Thy life, thou art of some honor. Thy life hath had some snatch of honor in it. Hold then my sword, and look away while I do run upon it. Wilt thou, Cinna?
Give me your hand first. Fare you well, my lord.
Farewell, good Cinna. Ah! Caesar! Now be still. I killed not thee with half so good a will.
What man is that?
Cinna, where is Brutus?
Free from the bondage you are in, Trebonius. For Brutus only overcame himself, and no man else hath honor by his death.
So Brutus should be found.
All who served Brutus I will entertain them.
This was the noblest Roman of them all. All the conspirators, save only he, did what they did in envy of great Caesar. He only, in a general honest thought, common good to all, made one of them. His life was gentle, and the elements so mixed in him that nature might stand up and say to all the world, "This was a man!"
According to his virtues, let us use him with all respect and rites of burial. Within my tent his bones tonight shall lie, most like a soldier, ordered honorably. So, call the field to rest, and let's away to part the glories of this happy day.
Take but good note, and you shall see in him the triple pillar of the world, transformed into a strumpet's fool. Behold and see.
If it be love indeed, tell me how much.
There's beggary in the love that can be reckoned. News, my good lord, from Rome. Rates me the sum.
Nay, hear them, Antony. Fulvia perchance is angry, or who knows if the scare-spirited Caesar have not sent his powerful mandate to you. Do this and this. Take in that kingdom and enfranchise that. Perform it, or else we damn thee.
How, my love?
As I am Egypt's queen, thou blushest, Antony.
But in Rome, in Tiber melt, in the wide arch of the ranged empire fall. Here is my space. Kingdoms are clay. The nobleness of life is to do thus. No messenger but thine, and all alone tonight will wander through the streets and note the qualities of people. Come, my queen.
My lord.
Speak not to us.
Is Caesar with Mark Antony prized so slight?
I am full sorry that he approves the common liar who thus speaks of him at Rome. But I will hope of better deeds tomorrow. Rest you happy.
Good sir, give me good fortune.
I make not, but foresee.
Pray then, foresee me one.
You shall be more beloved than beloved.
I had rather heat my liver with drinking.
Nay, hear him.
Good now, some excellent fortune. Find me to marry me with Octavius Caesar and companion me with my mistress.
You shall outlive the lady whom you serve.
Oh, excellent! I love long life better than figs.
You have seen and proved a fairer former fortune than that which is to approach.
Nay, come, tell Iris hers.
Mine and most of our fortunes tonight shall be drunk to bed.
Your fortunes are alike.
But how? But how? Give me particulars.
I have said.
Am I not but an inch of fortune better than she?
Well, if you were but an inch of fortune better than I, where would you choose it?
Not in my husband's nose.
Hush, hush, hush! Here comes Antony.
Not he, the queen.
Saw you, my lord?
No, lady.
He was disposed to mirth, but on the sudden, a Roman thought hath struck him.
My lord approaches.
We will not look upon him. Go with us.
Fare thee well a while.
At your noble pleasure.
These strong Egyptian fetters I must break, or lose myself in dotage.
Fulvia, thy wife, is dead.
Where died she?
In Sicyon.
Forbear me. There's a great spirit gone. Thus did I desire it. She's good, being gone. I must from this enchanting queen break off. Enobarbus,
What's your pleasure, sir?
I must with haste from hence.
Cleopatra, catching but least noise of this, dies instantly. I've seen her die 20 times upon far poor moment.
She is cunning past man's thought.
Alack, sir, no. She makes a shower of rain as well as Jove.
Would I had never seen her.
Sir, you have then left unseen a wonderful piece of work.
Fulvia is dead.
Why, sir, give the gods a grateful sacrifice. The tears that live in an onion should water this sorrow.
The business she hath broached in the state cannot endure my absence.
And the business you have broached here cannot be without you.
No more light answers. Let our officers have noticed what we purpose. I shall break the cause of our expedience to the queen and get her leave to part. Much is breeding in Rome requires our quick remove from hence.
I shall do it.
Well? Where is he?
I did not see him since.
See where he is, who's with him, what he does. I did not send you. If you find him sad, say I am dancing. If in mirth, report that I am sudden sick. Quick, and return.
Madam, methinks if you did love him dearly, you do not hold the method to enforce the like from him.
What should I do? I do not.
In each thing, give him way. Cross him in nothing.
Thou teachest like a fool the way to lose him.
Tempt him not so too far.
Oh, I am sick and sullen.
I am sorry to give breathing.
Help me away, dear Charmian, I shall fall. It cannot be thus long. The sides of nature will not sustain it.
Now, my dearest queen, I...
Pray you, stand further from me.
What's the matter?
I know by that same eye there's some good news. What says the married woman? You may go. Let her not say 'tis I that keep you here. I have no power upon you, hers you are.
Gods best know
Oh,
that...
never was there a queen so mightily betrayed!
Cleopatra!
Why should I think you can be mine and true who have been false to Fulvia?
Oh, sweet queen!
When you suit staying, then was the time for words. No going then.
Now, lady!
I would I had thy inches. Thou shouldst know there are hearts in Egypt.
Hear me, queen! Our Italy shines o'er with civil swords. But that which most with you should save my going is Fulvia's death.
Can Fulvia die?
She's dead, my queen.
Oh. Most false love! Where be the sacred vials thou shouldst fill with sorrowful water? Now I see in Fulvia's death how mine receipt shall be.
Quarrel no more. By the fire that quickens Nilus' slime, I go from hence thy soldier, servant, making peace or war as thou affectst.
Cut my legs, Charmian, come, but let it be. I am quickly ill and well, so Antony loves.
I'll leave you, lady.
Courteous lord, one word. Sir, you and I must part, but that's not it. Sir, you and I have loved, but there's not it. That you know well something it is, I would... Oh, my oblivion is a very Antony, and I'm all forgotten.
Let us go. Our separation so abides and flies, that thou, residing here, goes yet with me, and I, hence fleeting, here remain with thee. Away.
You may see, Lepidus, and henceforth know, it is not Caesar's natural vice to hate our great competitor. From Alexandria, this is the news. He fishes, drinks, and wastes the lamps of night in revel. is not more manlike than Cleopatra, nor the queen of Ptolemy more womanly than he, hardly gave audience or vouchsafed to think he had partners, you shall find there a man who is the abstract of all faults that all men follow.
I must not think there are evils enough to darken all his goodness.
You are too indulgent. Let us grant it is not amiss to tumble on the bed of Ptolemy, yet must Antony no way excuse his foils when we do bear so great weight in his lightness. Let his shades quickly drive him to Rome.
Oh, Charmian, where thinkst thou he is now? Stands he, or sits he? Or does he walk? Or is he on his horse? Oh, happy horse to bear the weight of Antony. He's speaking now, or murmuring, where's my serpent of old Nile? For so he calls me. Did I, Charmian, ever love Julius Caesar so?
Oh, that brave Caesar!
Be choked by such another emphasis. Say the brave Antony.
The valiant Caesar.
By Isis, I will give thee bloody teeth if thou with Caesar paragon again, my man of men.
By your most gracious pardon, I sing but after you.
My salad days, when I was green in judgment, cold in blood to say as I said then. But come, away, fetch me ink and paper. He shall have every day a several greeting, or I'll unpeople Egypt.
Noble friends, that which combined us was most great, and let not a leaner action rend us. What's amiss, may it be gently heard.
'Tis spoken well.
Welcome to Rome.
Thank you.
Sit.
Sit, sir.
Nay then.
I learn you take things ill which are not so, or being, concern you not.
I should be laughed at if, or for nothing or little, I should say myself offended, and with you chiefly in the world.
My being in Egypt, Caesar, what is it to you?
No more than my residing here at Rome might be to you in Egypt. But you have broken the article of your oath, which you shall never have tongue to charge me with.
Soft, Caesar.
No, Lepidus, let him speak. The honor is sacred which he talks on now, supposing that I lacked it. But on, Caesar, the article of my oath.
To lend me arms and aid when I required them, the which you both denied.
Neglected, rather, for which myself do so far ask pardon, as befits mine honor to stoop in such a case.
'Tis nobly spoken.
If it please you to remember that the present need speaks to atone you.
Or, if you borrow one another's love for the instant, you may return it later. You shall have time to wrangle in when you have nothing else to do.
Thou art a soldier only, speak no more.
The truth should be silenced. I had almost forgot. Go to then, your considerate stone.
I do not much dislike the matter, but the manner of his speech. For it cannot be that we shall remain in friendship. Yet, if I knew what hoop should hold us staunch, from edge to edge the world, I would pursue it.
Give me leave,
Speak,
Caesar.
Agrippa.
Thou hast a sister by the mother's side, admired Octavia, and great Mark Antony is now a widower.
Say not so, Agrippa. If Cleopatra heard you, your reproof were well deserved of rashness.
I am not married, Caesar. Let me hear Agrippa further speak.
To hold you in perpetual amity, to make you brothers, to knit your hearts with an unslipping knot. Let Antony take Octavia to his wife, whose beauty claims no worse a husband than the best of men. Pardon what I spoke. 'Tis a study, not a present thought. My duty ruminate.
Will Caesar speak?
Not until he hears how Antony is touched with what is spoke already.
What power is in Agrippa, if I would say, Agrippa, be it so, to make this good?
The power of Caesar, and his power unto Octavia.
Let me have thy hand.
A sister I bequeath you, whom no brother did ever love so dearly. Let her live to join our kingdoms and our hearts, and never fly off our loves again.
Happily, amen.
I do invite you to my sister's view, whither straight I'll lead you.
Welcome from Egypt, sirs. Have the heart of Caesar, worthy Maecenas, my honorable friend, Agrippa.
Good Enobarbus. Eros.
We have cause to be glad that matters are so well digested. You stayed by it well in Egypt.
Aye, sir. We did sleep day out of countenance.
And made the night light with drinking.
You've strange serpents in Egypt.
Lepidus.
Your serpent of Egypt is bred now of your mud by the operation of your son. So is your crocodile.
They are so.
Sit and some wine. A health to Lepidus.
I am not so well as I should be, but I have heard the Ptolemies' pyramids are very goodly things. Without contradiction, I have heard that.
More wine for Lepidus.
Lepidus. What manner of thing is your crocodile?
Oh, it is shaped, sir, like itself. It is as broad as it has breadth. It is just so high as it is. It moves with its own organs. It lives by that which nourishes it. And the elements, once out of it, it dies.
What color is it of?
Of its own color, too. Ooh.
'Tis a strange serpent.
'Tis so. And the tears of it are wet.
Will this description satisfy him?
Cleopatra is a most triumphant lady, if report be square to her.
When she first met Mark Antony, she pursed up his heart upon the river of Cydnus.
There she appeared indeed.
I will tell you, the barge she sat in, like a burnished throne, burned on the water. The deck was beat gold, purple the sails, and so perfumed that the winds were lovesick with them. The oars were silver, which to the tune of their flutes kept stroke, and made the water which they beat to follow faster, as amorous of their strokes. For her own person, it beggared all description. She did lie in her pavilion, cloth of gold of tissue. On each side of her stood pretty dimpled boys, like smiling cupids, with diverse-colored fans, whose wings did seem to glow the delicate cheeks which they did cool, and what they undid, did.
Rare Egyptian.
Upon her landing, Mark Antony sent to her, invited her to supper. She replied it would be better he became her guest, to which she entreated. Now our courteous Antony, whom never the word of no woman heard speak, being barber 10 times over, goes to the feast, and pays for his meal his heart, for which his eyes eats only.
Royal wench.
I once saw her hop 40 paces through the public street, and, having lost her breath, she panted, and she spoke, that she did make defect perfection, and breathless power breathed forth.
Now Antony must leave her utterly.
Never, he will not. Age cannot wither her, nor custom stale her infinite variety. Other women clothe the appetites in which they feed, but she makes hungry where most she satisfies.
Good Enobarbus. Eros, make yourselves my guests whilst you abide here.
Humbly, sir, we thank you.
Good night, sir. My Octavia, read not my blemishes in the world's report. I have not kept my square, but that to come shall all be done by the rule. Good night, dear lady. Good night, sir.
Good night.
I will to Egypt. And though I make this marriage for my peace, in the east my pleasure lies.
Give me music. Music, moody food of us that trade in love. Oh, from Italy ram that lay fruitful tidings in mine ear that long time have been barren.
Madam.
Antony's dead! If thou say so, villain, thou killedst thy mistress. But, well and free, if thou so yield him, there's gold. And here, my bluest vein to kiss, a hand that kings have lipped and trembled kissing.
First, madam, he is well.
Why, there's more gold. But, sirrah, mark, we used to say the dead are well. Bring it to that, the gold I give thee will I melt and pour down thy ill-uttering throat.
Good madam, hear me.
Well, go to, I will. But there's no goodness in thy face. If Antony be free and healthy,
please, you hear me.
I have a mind to strike the air thou speakst. Yet if thou say Antony lives, is well, or friends with Caesar, or not captive to him, I'll set thee in a shower of gold and hail rich pearls upon thee.
First, he is well.
Well said.
And friends with Caesar.
Thou art an honest man.
He and Caesar are greater friends than ever.
Make thee a fortune from me.
But yet, madam.
I do not like but yet. Fie upon but yet. Prithee, friend, pour out the pack of matter to mine ear. The good and bad together. He is friends with Caesar. In state of health, thou sayest, and thou sayest free.
Free, madam, no. I have made no such report. He's, bound unto Octavia.
For what good turn?
For the best turn in the bed?
I am pale, Charmian.
Madam, he's married to Octavia.
Most infectious pestilence of your patience! What say you? Hence, horrible villain! I'll burn thine eyes like moth before me! I'll unhair thy head! Thou shalt be whipped with wire and stewed in brine, smarting and lingering pickle!
I that bring the news, maid, not the match!
Say 'tis not so. A province I will give thee.
He's married, madam.
Rogue! Thou hast lived too long!
Madam, I've been no fool! Good madam, keep yourself within yourself. The man is innocent.
Some innocent scape not the thunderbolt. Melt Egypt into Nile, and kindly creatures turn all to serpents. Call the slave again. Though I am mad, I will not bite him. Call.
He is afeard to come.
I will not hurt him. These hands do lack nobility, that they strike a meaner than myself, since I myself have given myself the cause. Come hither, sir. Though to be honest, it is never good to bring bad news.
I have done my duty.
Is he married? I cannot hate thee worse than I do if thou again say yes.
He's married, madam.
The gods confound thee! Dost thou hold there still?
Should I lie, madam?
Oh, why, what thou didst? So half my Egypt were submerged and made a cistern for scaling snakes? He's married?
To punish me for what you make me do seems much unequal. He's married to Octavia.
Get thee hence!
Good, your highness. Patience.
In praising Antony, I have dispraised Caesar.
Many times, madam.
I am paying for it now. Lead me from hence, I faint. Oh, Iris, Charmian, 'tis no matter. Go to the fellow good Iris. Bid him report the feature of Octavia, her years, her inclination. Let him not leave out the color of her hair. Bring me word how tall she is. Pity me, Charmian, but do not speak to me. Lead me to my chamber.
No further, sir.
You take from me a great part of myself. Use me well in it. Farewell, my dear sister. Fare thee well.
Sir, look well to my husband's house, and
What, Octavia?
I'll tell you in your ear.
Will Caesar weep? He has a cloud in his face.
No, sweet Octavia.
You shall hear from me still. The time shall not outgo my thinking on you.
Come, sir, come. I'll wrestle with you in my strength of love. Look, here I have you. Thus I let you go.
Farewell. Farewell.
Farewell.
Where is the fellow?
Hath appeared to come.
Come hither, sir.
Most gracious Majesty.
Didst thou behold Octavia?
I, dread queen in Rome.
Is she as tall as me?
She is not, madam.
Didst hear her speak? Is she shrill-tongued or low?
Madam, I heard her speak. She is low-voiced.
That's not so good. He cannot like her long.
Like her? Oh, Isis, 'tis impossible.
I think so, Charmian, dull of tongue and short. What majesty is in her gait? Remember if e'er thou did lookst on majesty.
She creeps.
He is very knowing. I do perceive there's nothing in her yet. The fellow has good judgment. Excellent. Guess at her years, I prithee.
Madam, she was a widow.
Widow! Charmian, hark!
And I do believe she's 30.
9:39. Where's now her face and mind? Is long or round?
Round, even to faultiness.
For the most part, too, they are foolish that are so. Her hair, what color?
Brown, madam. And her forehead, as low as she would wish it.
Why, there's more gold. Thou must not take my former sharpness ill. I will employ thee back again. I find thee most fit for business. Why, methinks by him this creature is no such thing.
Nothing, madam.
The man hath seen some majesty, and should know.
Hath he seen majesty? Isis else defend, and serving you so long.
All may be well enough.
I warrant you, madam.
Nay, Octavia, not only that. That were excusable. That's thousands more of semblable import. But your brother hath made his will, and read it to public ear. Spoke scantily of me.
Oh, my good lord, believe not all. A more unhappy lady, if this division chance, ne'er stood between, praying for both hearts.
My gentle Octavia, if I lose mine honor, I lose myself. But, as yourself requested, you shall go between us. The meantime, lady, I'll raise the preparation of a war shall stain your brother. Make your soonest haste.
Thanks to my lord, the Jove of power make me most weak a reconciler. Wars twixt you twain would be as if the world should cleave, and that slain men should solder up the rift.
When it appears to you where this begins, turn your displeasure that way. For our faults can never be so equal that your love can equally move with them. Provide your going, choose your own company, and command what cost your heart is mine to.
Condemning Rome, he has done all this and more in Alexandria. Here's the manner of it. In the marketplace, on a tribunal silver, Cleopatra and himself, in chairs of gold, were publicly enthroned. At the feet sat all the unlawful issue that their lusts since then have made between them. Unto her he gave the establishment of Egypt, made her of Lower Syria, Cyprus, Lydia, absolute queen.
This in the public eye?
In the common showplace where they exercise. His sons he there proclaimed the kings of kings.
Sir, this should be answered.
'Tis done already, and the messenger gone. For what I have conquered, I grant him part. But then in his Armenia and other of his conquered kingdoms, I demand the like.
He'll never yield to that.
Nor must not then be yielded to in this.
Hail Caesar, and my lord, hail most dear Caesar.
That ever I should call thee castaway.
You've not called me so, nor have you cause.
Why have you stolen upon us thus? You come not like Caesar's sister. The wife of Antony should have an army for an usher, and neighs of horse to tell of her approach. But you are come a market maid to Rome.
Good, my lord, to come thus was I not constrained, but did on my free will. My lord, Mark Antony, hearing that you prepared for war, pointed my grieved ear withal, whereon I begged his pardon for return.
Which soon he granted, being an obstruct between his lust and him.
Do not say so, my lord.
I have eyes upon him, and his affairs come to me on the wind. Where is he now?
My lord, in Athens.
No, my most wronged sister. Cleopatra hath knotted him to her. He has given his empire up to a whore, who now are levying the kings of the earth for war.
Ay me, most wretched, to have my heart parted betwixt two friends that do afflict each other.
Welcome to Rome, nothing more dear to me. You are abused beyond the mark of thought.
Welcome, lady.
Welcome, dear madam. Each heart in Rome does love and pity you.
Is it so, sir?
Most certain. Sister, welcome. Pray you, be ever known to patience, my dearest sister.
I will be even with thee, doubt it not.
But why? Why?
As forspoke my being in these wars.
Well, is it? Is it?
Why should not we be there in person?
Your presence needs must puzzle Antony. Take from his heart, take from his brain.
A charge we bear in war, and as the president of my kingdom will be therefore a man. Speak not against it, I will not stay behind.
Nay, I have done. Here comes Antony.
Eros, we will fight with him by sea.
By sea? What else?
Why will my lord do so?
For that he dares us to it.
So have my lord dared him to single fight.
Aye, and to wage this battle at Pharsalia. But these offers which serve not to his advantage, he shakes off. And so should you.
Your ships are not well manned. Your mariners are mule drivers, reapers. In Caesar's fleet are those who have often fought. His ships are yard, yours heavy. No disgrace shall fall upon you for refusing him at sea, being prepared for land.
By sea, by sea.
Most worthy, sir, you therein throw away your absolute soldiership by land.
I'll fight at sea.
I have 60 sails, Caesar none better.
Our overplus of shipping will we burn, and, with the rest full manned, from the head of Actium beat the approaching Caesar. But, if we fail, we then can do it by land. Eros, mine armor, Eros. Come, good fellow, put mine iron on.
Nay, I'll help too. What's this for?
Let's be, let's be. Thou art the armor of my heart. False, false. This.
I'll help. Thus it must be.
Well, well, we shall thrive now.
Is not this buckled well?
Rarely, rarely. Oh, love. Our fleet hath put forth the haven.
Agrippa!
My lord.
Strike not by land, keep hold. Provoke not battle till we have done at sea. Do not exceed the prescript of this scroll. Our fortune lies upon this job.
Egyptian hath betrayed me. Her fleet hath yielded to the foe. Triple turned whore. 'Tis thou that hast sold me to this novice. Bid them all fly. Be gone.
Not so not. I can behold no longer. To see it, mine eyes are blasted.
Gods and goddesses, all the whole synod of them, we have kissed away kingdoms and provinces.
Alack, alack.
Our fortune on the sea is out of breath. To Caesar many have rendered their legions and their horse.
To the young Roman boy she hath sold me, and I fall under this plot. She dies for it!
Now he'll outstare the lightning. I must seek some way in which to leave him.
Help me, my women. Oh, he is enraged. To the monument. There, lock yourself and send him word you are dead. Iris, go tell him I've slain myself. Say that last I spoke was Antony, hence Iris, and bring me how he takes my death to the monument.
Would thou in those scars had once prevailed to make me fight at land?
Hadst thou done so, the kings that have revolted and the soldier that hath left thee would have still followed thy heel.
Who's gone?
Who? One ever near thee. Call for Enobarbus, he shall not hear thee. Or from Caesar's camp say, I am none of thy.
What sayest thou?
Sir, he is with Caesar.
Is he gone?
Most certain.
Go, Eros, send his treasure after. Do it, detain no jot, I charge thee. Write to him, I will subscribe, gentle adieus and greetings. Say that I wish he never find more cause to change a master. Oh, that my fortunes have corrupted honest men. Dispatch. Enobarbus.
I have done ill. I will join no more.
Enobarbus, Antony hath after thee sent all thy treasure, with his bounty overplus.
I give it to you.
Mock not, Enobarbus, I tell you true. Your emperor continues still a Jove.
I am alone, the villain of the earth, and feel I am so most. Oh, Antony, thou mine of bounty, how wouldst thou have paid me for my better service, when my turpitude doth so crown with gold? This blows my heart. If swift thought ended not, a swifter means shall outstrike thought. But thought will do it, I feel, and I fight against thee. No, I will seek some ditch wherein to die. The foulest best fits my latter part of life.
They say we shall in battle by the second hour of the morn.
Oh, bear me witness, knight!
What man is this? Stand close and list him.
Be witness to me, O thou blessed moon, when men revolted shall upon record bear hateful memory. Poor Enobarbus did before thy face repent.
Enobarbus?
Be witness to me, O thou blessed moon. Antony, forgive me in thine own particular, but let the world rank me and register a master lever and a fugitive. Oh, Antony. Oh, Antony.
Let us speak to him.
Let's do so. But he sleeps.
Awake, sir, awake. Speak to us.
Hear you, sir?
The hand of death hath wrought him. Let us bear him to the court of guard. He is of note.
Eros, thou yet beholdst me.
Aye, noble lord.
Sometimes we see a cloud that's dragonish, a vapor sometime like a bear or lion, a forked mountain or blue promontory with trees upon it that nod unto the world and mock our eyes with air. Thou hast seen these signs. They are black Vespers pageants.
Aye, my lord.
My good knave Eros, now thy captain is even such a body. Here I am Antony, yet cannot hold this visible shape, my knave. I made these wars for Egypt, and the queen whose heart I thought I had, for she had mine, she, Eros, has packed cards with Caesar, and false played my glory unto an enemy's triumph. Nay, weep not, gentle Eros. There is left us ourselves to end ourselves. Oh, thy vile lady! She hath robbed me of my sword!
No, Antony, my mistress loved thee, and her fortunes mingled with thine entirely.
She hath betrayed me, and shall die the death.
Death of one person can be paid but once, and that she has discharged. What thou wouldst do is done unto thy hand. The last she spake was Antony, most noble Antony.
Dead, then?
Dead.
Unarm, Eros. The long day's task is done, and we must sleep. Oh, cleave my sides! I will o'ertake thee, Cleopatra, and weep for my pardon. How? Not dead? Not dead? Art thou there, Diomed? Draw thy sword and give me sufficing strokes for death.
Most absolute lord, my mistress Cleopatra sent me to thee.
When did she send thee?
Now, my lord!
Where is she?
Locked in her monument. She had prophesied fear what hath come to pass, and I come, I dread, too late.
Too late, good Diomed. Carry me now, good friends, and have my thanks for all.
Oh, Charmian, I will never go from hence.
Be comforted, madam.
No, I will not. How now? Is he dead?
His death is upon him, but not dead.
Oh, sun, burn the great sphere thou movest in. Darkling stand the bearing shore of the world. Oh, Antony! Help, Iris, help Charmian. Let's draw him hither.
Oh, quick, or I am gone. Give me some wine, and let me speak a little.
No, let me speak.
One word, sweet queen. Of Caesar seek your honor with your safety.
They do not go together.
Gentle, hear me. None about Caesar trust, but Dolabella.
My resolution and my hands I'll trust, none about Caesar.
The miserable change now at my end, lament nor sorrow at, but please your thoughts in feeding them with those my former fortunes, wherein I lived, the greatest prince of the world, the noblest. Now my spirit is going. I can no more.
Oh, see, my women, the crown of the earth doth melt. My lord. Oh, withered is the garland of the war. The soldier's pole has fallen. Young boys and girls are level now with men. The odds is gone, and there is nothing left remarkable beneath the visiting moon.
Oh, madam, madam, madam. Royal Egypt. Empress.
No more, but e'en a woman, and commanded by such poor passions as the maid that milks and does the meanest chore. Woman, woman, look, our lamp is spent. It's out. Take heart. We'll bury him. And then, what's brave? What's noble? Let's do it after the high Roman fashion, and make death proud to take us. Come, we have no friend but resolution, and the briefest end.
Go to him, Dolabella. Bid him yield.
Caesar, I shall.
Oh, Caesar! Antony is dead!
The breaking of so great a thing should make a greater crack. The death of Antony is not a single doom. In the name lay a moiety of the world.
He is dead, Caesar, but that self-hand which writ the honors in the acts it did.
Look you sad, friends? The gods rebuke me, but it is tidings to wash the eyes of kings.
And strange it is that nature must compel us to lament our most persistent deeds.
His taints and honors waged equal with him.
A rarer spirit never did steer humanity. Caesar is touched.
When such a spacious mirror set before him, he needs must see himself.
Oh, Antony, I must perforce have shown to thee such a declining day. Or look on thine. We could not stall together in the whole world. Whence are you?
A poor Egyptian, yet. The queen, my mistress, can find in all she has her monument of thy intense desires instruction, so that she may preparedly frame herself to the way she's forced to.
Bid her have good heart. She soon shall know by some of ours how honorable and how kindly we determine for her. For Caesar cannot live to be ungentle.
So the gods preserve thee.
I must give her what comforts the quality of her passion shall require, lest in her greatness by some mortal stroke she do defeat us. For her life in Rome would be eternal in our triumph. Go with me to my tent, where you shall see how hardly I was drawn into this war, how calm and gentle I proceeded still in all my writing.
My desolation does begin to make a better life, for it is great to do that thing that ends all other deeds.
Most noble Empress, you have heard of me.
No matter, sir, what I have heard or known. You laugh when boys and women tell their dreams. Is not your trick?
I understand not, madam.
I dreamt there was an emperor, Antony. Oh, such another sleep that I might see but such another man. His face was as the heavens, and therein stuck a sun and moon, which kept their course and lighted the little the earth.
Most sovereign creature,
His legs bestrode the ocean. His reared arm crested the world. His voice was propertied as all the tuned spheres, and that to friends. But when he meant to quail and shake the orb, his voice was as rattling thunder.
Cleopatra,
Think you there was or might be such a man as this I dreamed of?
Gentle madam, no.
You lie. Up to the hearing of the gods. But if there be or ever were one such, it's past the size of dreaming.
Hear me, good madam. Your loss is as yourself, and I do feel by the rebound of yours a grief that smites my very heart at root.
I thank you, sir. Know you what Caesar means to do with me?
Though he be honorable,
He'll lead me then, in triumph.
Madam,
Make way then for Octavius Caesar!
he will. I know it.
Which is the queen of Egypt? Arise, you shall not kneel. I pray you, rise.
The gods.
Rise, Egypt.
The gods will have it thus. My master and my lord, I must obey.
Take to you no hard thoughts, for if you seek to lay on me a cruelty by taking Antony's course, you shall bereave yourself of my good purposes, and put your children to that destruction which I'll guard them from if thereon you rely. I'll take my leave.
And may through all the world 'tis yours.
Cleopatra, we remain your friends.
My master and my lord.
Not so. Adieu.
He words me, girls. He words me that I should not be noble to myself.
Finish, good lady, for the bright day is done and we are for the dark.
Antony, nay, he's dead. Octavius means to show us in his triumph.
The gods forbid.
Nay, 'tis most certain. The Roman actors will stage us and present our Alexandrian revels. Antony shall be brought drunken forth, and I shall see some squeaking Cleopatra void my greatness in the posture of a whore.
I'll never see it, for I'm sure my nails are stronger than mine eyes.
Why, that's the way to fool their preparations. Show me my women, like a queen. I am again for Cydnus to meet Mark Antony. Sarah Iris, go. Now, noble Charmian, we'll dispatch indeed. And when thou hast done this chore, I'll give thee leave to play till doomsday. Fetch our crown at all.
Here is a fellow that will not be denied your highness' presence. He brings you figs.
Let him in. What poor an instrument may do a noble deed. He brings me liberty.
This is the man.
Hast thou the pretty worm of Nilus there that kills and pains not?
Truly I haven't. But I would not be the party that should desire you to touch him, for his biting is immortal. Those that do die of it do seldom or never recover.
Rememberest thou any that have died on it?
Very many, men and women too. I heard of one of them no longer than yesterday. What pain she felt. Truly she makes a very good report of the worm, but the worm's an odd worm.
Get thee hence, farewell.
I wish you all the joy of the worm.
Farewell.
You must think this, look you, that the worm will do his kind.
Aye. Farewell.
Give it nothing, I pray you, for it is not worth feeding.
Well, get thee gone. Farewell.
Yes, forsooth. I wish you joy of the worm.
Give me my robe. Put on my crown. I have immortal longings in me. Yar, good Iris, quick. Methinks I hear Antony call. I see him rouse himself to praise my noble act. I hear him mock the luck of Caesar. Husband, I come. So, have you done? Come then, and take the last warmth of my lips. Farewell, kind Charmian. Iris, long farewell. Have I the aspic in my lips? Dost fall? If thou and nature can so gently part, the stroke of death is as a lover's pinch, which hurts and is desired. This proves me base. If she first meet the curl of Antony, he'll make demand of her and spend that kiss which is my heaven to have. Come, thou mortal wretch. With thy sharp teeth, this knot intrinsicate of life at once untie. Poor venomous fool, be angry and dispatch.
O Eastern Star!
Peace. Dost thou not see my baby at my breast that sucks the nurse's sleeve?
Oh, break!
As sweet as balm, as soft as air, as gentle. Oh, Antony. What? Should I stay?
In this vile world, so fare thee well. Now boast thee, death, in thy possession lies a lass unparalleled.
Where's the queen?
Speak softly, wake her not.
Caesar hath sent.
Too slow a messenger.
Charmian, what work is here? Is this well done?
It is well done, and fitting for a princess descended of so many royal kings. Oh, come apace, dispatch. I partly feel thee. Ah, soldier.
Make way there for Octavius Caesar!
Oh, sir, that you did fear is done.
Bravest as the last. She leveled at our purposes and, being royal, took her own way. She looks like sleep, as she would catch another Antony in her strong toil of grace. She shall be buried by her Antony. No grave upon the earth shall clip in it a pair so famous. Our army shall in solemn show attend his funeral, and then to Rome. Come, Dolabella, see high order in this great solemnity.